All right, backed out of the garage. We are headed to the Fuse Apartments on Park Road. We're gonna pick up Mom. She's got a dentist appointment, so we're gonna be able to do that for her with the aid of our AI student driver, FSD Supervised 13.2.7. We finally got 2.7 on Stygian 2.0. I know that's a lot of numbers, but bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. They all have importance. But it is currently February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, about 20 minutes before 7 a.m. You know, so we got a little morning traffic that we're gonna have to deal with. Part of me wants to put the freeways on, so matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see how we handle the freeways. We might get some flack from the toll people, but we're not worried about that. All right, I am paying attention, car, I promise. And it looks like we've got tolls engaged, so we'll see how this plays out. I don't know exactly where the dentist office is. I'm pretty sure we have enough charge with 276 miles on the vehicle, so I'm not too terribly concerned with that. I don't think she's gotta do, I think this is a consult. When your parents get up in age, I guess the teeth start to get a little achy, and maybe we can do something about that to ease the pain that Ma is feeling in her, what is it? I think she's entered her 4th act of life. If I'm in my 3rd act, yeah, she's in her 4th act. So, yeah. I don't know. That is neither here nor there. We're here to help Ma. Forgive me. It's early morning. I'm a morning person, so I don't really mind being up and about this early. Some people are don't touch me before 10 people. Some people are don't touch me before noon people. Me, I'm up with the songbirds. I'm up with the rooster. Last night we had our nightcap space. Before we get into that, let's see how we handle this intersection. We got the blinking yellow, yielding for oncoming traffic. We got a vehicle in front of us. What is it? It's a Buick? I don't know what the fuck that is. But let's see how our AI student driver handles this blinking yellow light. Technically, probably could have gone there, but it would have been a little bit, we got the green now, so it really doesn't matter. There's no need. We're on chill mode. There's no need to put us in unnecessary risk darting through traffic here in the early morning. I imagine some of the vehicles behind us might be in a rush for work, you know, but to me, that don't matter to me. You know, an emergency on your part doesn't dictate one on mine. So it looks like we've got some internet connection finally. We're going to be rerouting appropriately, hopefully to save time. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a partly cloudy day here in Southeast Texas, but we're going to make it work. Now that we've gotten through that intersection, that freshly constructed intersection we have to deal with every day now. We had our X space last night. So if you're not on X, you can follow me on X. It's not Hustletown Tesla 832 on X. It's Hustletown TX 832. Something about the number of letters that could be inside that user. I don't know. Either way, you can find me at Hustletown Texas 832 on X. The community for Tesla is absolutely amazing. Forget what you heard about X being a dying, dead platform. That is definitely not the case. If you're interested in all things Tesla, and there's everything you could possibly want to follow on X, and to me, that citizen journalism, they take that shit seriously. They want to make sure they get it right first and foremost, and first and foremost, get it out there first. You know, if you want to know what's happening in your bubble, X is probably the platform you need to be on. So catch us there. They do a lot of X spaces around lunchtime. You get the wonderful stylings of Holmar's blog and various other individual Tesla enthusiasts, people that are invested in the stock, people that are enthusiastic about the products that Tesla has to offer, what's coming next, what's on the horizon. Gotta, you know, it's good to be in that sphere. So I held my own X space last night. We call it Tesla Nightcap. We hosted around 7 p.m. Central Time, and you know, typically I'll have me a nice little bit of whiskey and, you know, get a little musings. I'm thinking about being able to stream that live to YouTube, but I'm kind of gonna have to figure out how to make that setup work so that I can continue to not only host the X Space but also manage the YouTube live stream, and hopefully I can not have any or too many technical difficulties while trying to do that. It's quite interesting. We had some very gifted speakers last night, especially JC, who's also here in the Houston area. We got Overly Optimistic, Landon of the West. We didn't catch any whole Mars action, but no big deal. It's not like we're trying to steal any spotlight or get any shine. We're just there to talk about Tesla. And the conversation shifted from FSD to politics to various different other topics, right? We talked a little bit about BYD. It's also recorded, so if you do find yourself on X and you want to catch out what we chatted about, feel free to listen to the recording. But I'm gonna try to figure out a way to simultaneously cast this to YouTube as well. I think it'd be entertaining and, you know, pique the interest of some other individuals. So yeah, looks like we might not be getting on the freeway, which is interesting. Let me double check, make sure we got the navigation right. But I mean, it is that time in the morning, so we don't have avoid tolls on. It is avoiding the tolls mainly because it is congested, no doubt. So I-10 might not be the best route, or at least at this juncture of the navigation, to get on I-10. Probably will slow us down. We're scheduled to arrive at 7-Eleven. For those that aren't aware, my first submarine that I was attached to was the USS San Francisco, aka the 7-Eleven. So a little bit of simulation humor there. Every time we see the 7-Eleven, it takes me back a couple of decades. So yeah, boy. I mean, our AI student driver is so good. Part of me wonders when these videos will become unnecessary. I look forward to that day, honestly. But until then, I can see Teslas on the road. We've seen a few this morning. But are they on FSD? You know, and then you talk about all the other vehicles that are on the road with us who don't even know that there is a better way. That our AI student driver is very soon going to graduate into a professional chauffeur, able to get you to and from any point, destination to destination, not just limited to the downtown area with certain streets walled off. Nah, this thing is going to be able to take you down rural streets, get you on the highways, get you where you need to be. I can't wait for this banished feature where I could just send my vehicle, like instead of me in the vehicle going to pick up to get her to her dentist appointment safe and sound. Now, I want to be there for support. You know, this is a scary time, as a procedure probably will have to go down. You know, some human support would be nice. But think about it, this is a consultation. There's nothing gonna happen at this appointment. I could easily just send the car and be like, cars out front. get in, it'll get you to your appointment within the time frame, you know, and then when she's done, it'll drop her off, and then bring the car will bring itself back to me, right, for my use. Or I could just have it patrolling, slap an advertisement on the side of and then just have it patrol downtown, or patrol in any area that I see fit, whether it be Sugarland, Katy, Woodlands. I could just have this thing patrol. Charging might become an issue until we get our wireless pads out there, but the future is in sight. These are problems that can easily be remedied now that the software has matured to a point where you'd have to be blind not to see that this thing is... I am sitting here supervising, making sure nothing crazy happens, because the world is a crazy place. There's no telling. But the more confidence Tesla accrues with the, I want to say we're at 3 billion miles traveled on FSD, with the majority of those happening within the last year. 3 billion miles traveled. That's a lot of damn miles, ladies and gents, and that's all over North America. So we just opened up to Mexico and Puerto Rico as countries that can also use FSD. Come on now. Things are starting to move in a really, really interesting direction, right? We're expanding into markets that, you know, that shows exceptional confidence when it comes to our AI student driver graduating into a professional chauffeur, getting you to and fro. And I experience it every day. Every time I'm out and about. We got Yosh-chan, the missus. She's starting to utilize FSD a little bit more, right? She's more of the type that likes to be in control of the vehicle. It's how she's grown up. She's an excellent driver, but it's slowly but surely becoming a better driver than her in most situations. So still a few kinks to work out. I'm still sitting here making sure nothing crazy happens. But as you can tell so far, I haven't had to intervene. I haven't been nervous. I haven't been scared. This thing has been seeing, I mean, you can see what it sees right here. It is seeing way more than I possibly could and making the best decisions. I mean, it's already rerouted to get us to our destination with real-time traffic, right? I mean, I could easily do that myself, right, with a Waze app or something, but this thing is doing it, and I don't even have to be concerned about it. It's gonna get me to my destination the quickest route and the best route. So every day I get just a little more confident, and I peer into these Teslas, seeing if they are on FSD as we're about to take this right. Again, avoiding unnecessary stoppages, getting us to our destination not only on time, but safely and efficiently. So we're in this residential area. The speed limit here is about 30 miles an hour. We're cruising on chill mode, a couple of miles underneath that. I love this. This software is behaving it behaves better than me, right? Because I don't really have to worry about speeding, right? I'm not a hurry mode kind of guy. I don't like to run late. I like to run early. Like, military got me strong on it. If you're not 15 minutes early, you know what? The military people are already finishing my sentence. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late, right? So I've run on that mantra even before I joined the military. I just didn't know it. Like, I was always an early riser. I never liked to be late for nothing. Even as a kid, having to be on the time schedules of my mom, my sisters, it drove me insane. So I'm a chill mode naturalist. I know I'm gonna get there on time. I'm never going to be late. It would have to, I mean, we would have to face a natural disaster for me to not to meet appointments on time. I'm rarely late, and if I am, it is definitely not the standard. So I think our AI student driver is doing everything that I would be doing, but part of me wouldn't know what the speed limit is in that subdivision. I would probably fly through it at 35 or 40 and not even, the car drives so well, it's so smooth, you don't even notice. But a cop would, clocking you. But I have no concerns especially when I'm on chill mode, about probably getting a ticket. And if I did get a ticket, I wouldn't blame the software. I would blame me. I'm still in control. Like if we were going 60 right now on a 40, that's not the software. Well, it might be something wrong with the software or my settings, but ultimately, I'm still sitting here. I'm in control. I just know that I don't have to do too much unless my spidey sense goes off and I need to be more alert in a particular situation than I otherwise would be. But that is valuable data to Tesla. I can't imagine how many clips get forwarded to them where the people that are filtering through the settings or whatever, they're like, holy shit, never saw that before. I can only imagine. It must be a really exciting, yet maybe dull at times, job to have. To then go back to the simulation team is like, can we get a couple of 100,000 simulations of this event? And they be like, oh, that actually happened? That has happened in real life? And somebody's like, yeah, that has happened. And so we drill it into our AI student driver that this is feasible. Be aware, be on the lookout. I mean, I can only imagine the sheer depth what the AI team had to go through from the moment I started using FSD, even before that, 2020. The progression. I would love a documentary that as soon as they're able to accomplish an unsupervised ride-hail service, let's just say they're a year into it, it's grown substantially, multiple states, multiple cities. I'd love to see a documentary. I hope they've been keeping track, because I would go to a theater to watch that documentary on the progression, the history of Tesla's full self-driving software. We can start that shit from autopilot. As a matter of fact, that documentary could be 6 hours, 3 parts, and I'm going to it in the theaters every single time. Holy smokes. It's amazing. This software, I think I'm so excited about it is because I'm in my 3rd act of life, and as I progress, hopefully into the 4th and 5th acts, this right here is going to maintain my mobility. Right? I already believe that if you can make it to 2042, life expectancy is going to vault. It's going to go on an exponential growth curve. People are going to start living longer, but they're going to have good years. Not just, comatose years. You're 110 and you're hooked up to all these vitality machines. Nah. You're at 110 and it'll be like you're 80. I mean, I'll take Joe Biden at 110. I wouldn't mind having Joe Biden's mobility at 110. So that's the things I'm looking forward to. But as we get there, there's going to be a spectrum of what you should and should not be doing. I definitely don't want to be operating a motor vehicle past 65. Like, I probably could, but I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Our faculties are a bit diminished as we continue to age, and I've never been a good driver, so I don't want to be responsible for the vehicles around me being, it's not bumper cars out here, ladies and gents. People will lose their lives out here. So 40,000 plus deaths on US highways, I do not want to add to that statistic in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I'm excited about this technology because as I age, I know I'm going to have to rely on it much, much more. It's kind of the gravity of the situation. And then you start thinking about Optimus. All right, that could easily be my nanny. It could be Yosh-chan and I's nanny, taking care of us as we continue to age in this ever-changing world, right? That what is the value of that, right? You have your own personal home assistant, not only capable of doing some of the most meticulous tasks that a live-in home nurse might do, but man, just being a butler, Optimus the butler, go get me a Manhattan, Optimus. I probably shouldn't be drinking Manhattans at that age, but why not? If I'm living good, feeling good, baby girl wants a massage, you pull out the massage table and let Optimus go to work for an hour. I'd rather her do that than go to Massage Envy and get something. I don't want to be super liable. Oh, Massage Envy, great place. I've never been there, but I'm sure it's a great place. But either way, if you can have that task, go, be living at home. That's crazy cool. So the future is exciting, and we've got some of the most brilliant minds at Tesla trying to tackle these issues. So I feel comfortable, especially from what I've experienced. Cars, power walls, solar, the app is so intuitive. It's Tesla Electric, Tesla Insurance. I've experienced a lot, and I have great confidence that we haven't even seen the best of what Tesla has to offer. So we're on Fry Road now. I think we took a loop around. We wanted to cut out a segment of I-10. I imagine this saved us some time. Maybe not, because we're scheduled to not get there at 7-Eleven anymore. It's 7:15. We'll see what time we arrive. But we got plenty of time. I told Ma that I'll be there at 7:30. And I'm pretty sure we're going to make her a consultation appointment in record time. We might just sit back and watch some TV, chat about, I introduced her to the pit. I think she enjoys it. She used to be a nurse. Used to work in small town emergency room. She said she couldn't handle the pit. She's like, ain't no emergency room look like that. And she's like, but if there is one, that's the one I want to be, because they know they shit. That's awesome. So if you hadn't checked out the pit, that's a good show. It's on HBO. But I'm sure if you got are we about to make this left? I think we're gonna avoid I-10 altogether. Look at our AI student driver doing what it's gotta do. But yeah, the pit, HBO Max is what I watch it on, but I think you can get it on Hulu, depending on different add-on packages or whatever for HBO. Either way, yeah. Just yesterday, I went to go pick up some chow, and while I was waiting on it, I was just sitting there watching the latest and greatest Spider-Man on Disney Plus, right? Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That show is amazing as well. If you're a comic book nerd like myself, give that one a good look-see. But yeah, I'm just sitting there. I even forgot about the food because I'm just watching on the screen here. Lady came, I was like, are you waiting for food? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm about to come in. And she's like, no, I'll get it for you. But this is the best vehicle in between drives. It's the best vehicle during drives. If you haven't experienced a Tesla, you don't have any friends that have Teslas, I implore you, go to a showroom immediately at your earliest convenience and just give it a test drive. If they've got FSD available on some of these vehicles, press the button and see what the future has in store for you. And then you can see the greatest luxury of today has to be the latest and greatest in technology. And this right here, the simplicity, this is the iPhone of vehicles, right? There will be many like your Tesla, at least they think there'll be many like it. They'll have ADAS systems, they'll have, different types of things here that make it feel close to a Tesla, but there will be nothing like a Tesla, period. And it's so intuitive. All of software features, the app itself. Just give it a test drive, and unfortunately, you're gonna want it. So hopefully you can shuffle around some funds. That's exactly what I did when I bought my first Model 3 in 2020. I saw a Super Bowl commercial. Could have been GM, it could have been one of the sports, I don't know. And I was like, I was already in a hybrid, right? To me, a hybrid is a natural stepping stone to go full electric. Once you realize that you don't like being at the gas station collecting gas, yeah, you're gonna be like, well, fuck that, and then make the leap. That's exactly what I did. I had like 600 miles to the gallon with that Hyundai Sonata, but I didn't. When I was trading in the Hyundai, they tried to push me a Nissan Leaf. I was like, nah, bruh. You got Teslas here? And he's like, nah. And I was like, then you ain't got nothing I want. Because I'd already went to go see the Tesla in the Tesla showroom. I just needed to get rid of the car, right? The vehicle was on its way. I think I ordered it in February, got that shit in March. So there was nothing he could tell me. It was like, if it ain't a Tesla, bro, you're preaching to the wrong people. So the Hyundai Sonata was the last internal combustion engine, because even hybrids, that's what the fuck they are. They're internal combustion engines. If you got to do an oil change, you're in a fucking internal combustion engine. That was the last internal combustion engine I've ever had to deal with. And I'll never go back. I'll buy a used Tesla from 2015 before I buy any other ICE vehicle, but more than likely, if you buy a used Model 3, AI3, AI4, you're going to be in that $18,000 to $26,000 price range, and I guarantee you they'll still be better than anything else on the road that's not a Tesla. So to me, that's a bargain. Those motherfuckers be driving themselves anyway. Even the AI3 cars on 12.5.6, I think, is what they're on. They're experiencing basically mini version 13, and version 13 is going to be the version that goes unsupervised. So this is a mini version of what is going to be an unsupervised software probably by the middle of the year here in Austin, Texas. Sound like a deal to me, but that's just me. I recommended it. Like, if I'm gonna get a used Tesla though, I'm probably gonna get it from Tesla. I don't want to go to some dealership and see a Tesla out there in the lot and they don't know shit about it. They don't know the history, you know what I mean? I want to get it from the professionals, people that make Teslas. And they're probably gonna give you a warranty, an extended warranty on the battery for buying the used vehicle. It'll last up to here, and various different other warranties that these other fucking parking lot shysters at a dealership are gonna try to push you. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a firm believer that it should be Tesla if I do get a used Model 3 or used anything Tesla. So, but yeah, I look around and I'm like, man, they really don't know that there is a better way. There's a better way, ladies and gents. But get your test drives. If you do find yourself face to face in a showroom with a Tesla employee, they may not have the knowledge that some of the people in the Tesla community on YouTube or X have, but these cars sell themselves. You really just need somebody to handle the paperwork. I've been trying to get Tesla to get me to be that guy, but I guess they don't need or require my services. I'm gonna keep trying to. When we get back from the land of the rising sun, I will push a bunch of more applications. I'll do anything. Let me utilize what remaining work years I have left to the greatest company on the planet. I've already served my country. I'm ready to serve you, Elon, and push the mission. That's my plea. If anybody at Tesla is watching this, reach out to your boy here in Southeast Texas, and we'll make sure that everybody that wants to be in a Tesla gets in a Tesla. Not only that, but you know, if you've got the setup, gets the power walls, gets the solar panels, the solar roof. Solar roof's a bit of a luxury, but man, if I ever need a roof replacement, it's exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm getting solar roof in this month. So, you know, making sure people that can get it get Tesla insurance, right? Get the best insurance. Make sure people are utilizing Tesla electric. We just let us get the word out. I'm gonna do my part regardless if I get employed by Tesla or not. This is my passion, and I'm so glad I looked up who does EVs the best, and Tesla popped right up on a Google search, and I was like, oh yeah, I know this company. Let me go check them out in the showroom, and that was all she wrote. Fell in love with these beautiful beasts. All right, so we got the Spidey sense up. We got a little bit of construction down here on Park Row. We have successfully avoided I-10, even though we put avoid tolls. All, you know, we're allowed to go on the toll road. Our AI student driver said, "Fuck that. We don't need tolls. We're gonna take Park Row and get there just fine." We're scheduled to get there at 7:13 now. Houston representing. So I guess this was probably the best decision. Even though there's a lot of construction back here, I think we're still going to make great time. You know, and as you can tell, I haven't touched the steering column once. I haven't had to use an accelerator press, nothing. The vehicle's just been amazing, handling all the randomness that occurs when you're driving. So, you know, we don't want to count these chickens before they hatch, you know. Alright, so we got the left lane closed. It knows that it can't go over there. It's starting to see these barrels, I'd imagine. Ooh, looky. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Show me a Waymo that can do this maneuver right there. Show me any self-driving software, supposed self-driving software, that can perform that maneuver without batting an eyelash. Show me. I'll wait. Show me. Right now we're driving on the wrong side of the road. For those that are left-hand, right-hand drivers in various different countries, look at this shit. Like, this is proof in the pudding that the vehicle is not going to, first and foremost, hit anything, but it's going to obey the rules of the road that make sense. This shit just makes sense. I'm so glad we came back in this area. Look at all this construction. Show me a driverless software that is going to be able to handle this level of construction, switching what would be deemed different sides of the road. This is insane to me. All right, so now we got to get back over, right? And we do it not batting an eyelash as we approach the intersection. I gotta buy more shares. Ladies and gentlemen. What do I need to even be sitting over here for? This is insane. We avoided I-10. Basically because our AI student driver said that's going to gunk up the works. We trying to get here on time. We take Park Row this entire way. It's under construction. It didn't geo-fence this out. It said, no, I can handle this. This is child's play. Don't worry, I got it. As I'm seeing various and multiple Teslas cross you know, across us with Highway 6 here. I need to see more people on FSD. And as the software progresses, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to naturally occur. I don't drive anymore. I don't feel the need to. It's unnecessary, especially when it's handling complex tasks as such, right? And we got Tesla behind us too. Hello. AI student driver helping out everywhere. But now we gotta make a U-turn up here, I think. I don't think we have to make a U-turn here. I think we could just turn left. Last time we dropped Ma off, we could have just easily made a left turn into this area right here, which it is about to do. Look at this. Even though the navigation says that it's supposed to make a U-turn up top, we made the unprotected left into the Fuse Apartments. This is progress, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress this enough.